Listen, I will forever be against baby mama culture as a young Black American woman. And for those of you who have to come into my comments and believe that marriage does not matter, I swear to God, I really want y'all to just run into a brick wall super fast and just pass out. You cannot sit here and tell me that marriage doesn't matter or marriage doesn't have an effect when 75% of Black children are raised in single parent households. Oh, I'm sorry, fatherless homes. Let's just call it what it is. That is a big problem because what affects you the most, more than race, more than economic class, more than education, is whether or not there is a father present in the household.
Throughout all the communities and throughout all the cultures of civilizations, throughout different societies within this world, for some reason, we have been duped to praise, to advertise, to promote, to condone, to normalize single parent households. To such an extent that we don't even look past it whenever people like Old Navy or Target or Amazon, Rugrats as well, just making it seem like it's natural for Black children to be raised in single parent households, for a Black woman to raise children all by herself because she couldn't keep a committed relationship with a man. She's not capable of doing that. That's what it shows, that the Black woman is not capable of keeping a man. She's not capable of keeping a household together. It shows to the Black man that he's not capable of being committed to a woman, of staying down for a woman, of actually properly being committed to the point of marrying a woman and then having children. It looks bad on both ends for Black men and Black women.
What's something that people glamorize that's actually just extremely toxic?
Baby mama culture in the Black community. The most toxic thing I've ever seen. Someone had to say it. He literally will glamorize the lifestyles of baby mamas, of rappers, or successful men as if that's something to glamorize. If behind closed doors, everything is pretty. There's nothing glamorous about being publicly disrespected time and time again. And then to make it even worse, they treat these men who disrespect and cheat on women like a tradition as the prize. No one is winning because that man needs to be alone, or he needs to understand the value of women because clearly he doesn't understand it. And it wouldn't be me if I didn't talk about how this adversely affects the Black community as a whole. 70% of Black children are being born outside of marriages. This is one of the biggest problems why Black people cannot build economic wealth. Having a child when you already don't have economic wealth just compounds your poverty, pretty much bringing children into a world of struggle.
Welcome back to my channel. My name is Melanie. If you enjoy content like this, give this video a thumbs up, join the conversation in the comments below, and subscribe to my channel for more. The baby mama culture has the Black community under a spell. The majority of Black households are led by single mothers. The majority of Black women and men do not get married, do not have lasting marriages, and they have been cultured to think that this is normal and that this is okay. I know that single motherhood happens in every culture and with every race of people, but the focus of this video is on the baby mama culture within the Black community, how it affects the future generations, and some of the possible reasons women end up as single mothers. The first thing I want to dive into is the statistics on the Black community. All the links will be in the description box so you can read the articles in full if you'd like. The first article I want to bring up is from the Institute of Family Studies. Children who grow up in a household with only one biological parent are worse off on average than children who grow up in a household with both of their biological parents, regardless of the parents' race or educational background. Today, 37% of Black children are living in a home headed by their own two biological parents. 48% are living in a home headed by a single parent, and 4% are living in a step family with one biological parent and one non-biological parent, according to a March 2020 current population survey. Black children in homes headed by single parents are 3.5 times more likely to be living in poverty compared to Black children living with two parents in a first marriage. Black young adults who grow up in a single-parent home are about 1.8 times more likely to have spent time in prison or jail by their late 20s compared to their peers from a home headed by two biological parents. In 2022, the majority of white children and Hispanic children lived in two-parent homes, and that's 75.6% and 67.5% respectively, as compared with 4 in 10 or 43% of Black children. It's evident that single parent households lead to a variety of disadvantageous outcomes among Black children and Black young adults. Yet, as a community, we want to argue over where we should and shouldn't go on a date. The next thing I want to talk about is the idea of idolizing celebrity relationships and celebrity pregnancies. If you watched my previous video on the bad bitch culture, you know that I feel like the lack of father figures and positive female role models is a big reason morals is really on the decline in today's society. A large number of women seem to have a personal stake in the relationships of strangers online. Let's call it for what it is: your favorite celebrity or social media personality who doesn't even know that you exist is a stranger. Yet many women worship, praise, and will go to war defending their favorite celebrity. Why do so many Black women care about who Lori Harvey is dating? Lori Harvey doesn't even know you exist and is living her best life, while there are women on the internet arguing about her dating life. Say what you want to say about her, but at least she's not getting pregnant for all the men she dates and hasn't been left as anyone's baby mama. Your favorite celebrity, who is a single mother who makes it seem like everything is great, she's just doing her job as a social media personality. There is nothing to glorify about single parenthood. Furthermore, the struggles of rich single mothers are not the same struggles of the middle and lower class. Parenthood comes with many responsibilities and many sacrifices. Doing it all by yourself can drive you into depression for years. When Ciara left Future and later married Russell Wilson, Black women praised her and wanted to know the prayer she prayed because they wanted what she had. I don't know any single mother out there who would choose to be single mothers over being in a healthy two-parent family setting. Taking men to court for child support is not fun. Having childcare issues is not fun. Doing it all by yourself is not fun and should not be glorified.
I recently posted on Twitter to stop preaching single motherhood to Black girls, and so many Black women came for me when I posted it on Instagram. I'm not gonna lie, they bullied me into deleting it, and they had me think that what I said was wrong, but no, what I said was extremely valid. Baby mother culture has our community in a chokehold. I said, I'm not having a baby unless it rings on my finger. And a lot of Black women told me, oh, a ring doesn't mean anything, which is true. However, a ring means financial stability. Secondly, the fact that many of you think it's more of a commitment to be married than to have a child is crazy to me. We gotta get ourselves out of this chokehold. Like Black women to Black women, let's talk. On top of that, how many Black women are single mothers? It's usually the middle class, and how many of them are struggling? Being a single mother is not cute. And my mom was a single mother, and she had 4 babies. I was traumatized, okay? That wasn't fun. I remember those trips to the food stamp office, to the welfare office, to getting WIC and everything. I remember those trips, and trust me, I'm not going to traumatize my child. If you were raised by a single mother who wasn't married, why would you want to repeat the cycle? That is a cycle of poverty. If you don't want to get married, that's fine, but make sure you are financially stable. Financial stability is so important. A kid requires more than love, and some of y'all are selfish. Please start doing your research on some of our men, because if he has multiple baby mothers, what makes you different? Like, come on. Unlike some of you, I want our girls to succeed. I'm not going to sit here and tell little Black girls, oh, being a baby mother is a flex, because it is not. Our women are struggling, okay? We need to stop.
The next thing is idolizing gender reveals, maternity shoots, and baby showers. Let's bring back idolizing wedding showers and engagement parties. We throw these elaborate gender reveal parties, spending thousands of dollars to impress people who, let's face it, will not be there for you as a parent if times get hard for you. Young women need to be more protective of their wombs. You can love a man and still decide to not have a baby until your relationship is in a secure state. I have seen young women having babies with every boyfriend they have. 4 kids, 4 different men, married to none, and barely getting any physical or financial support from any of them. It's so sad to see, and even more sad to think of all the trauma that's being unloaded onto these children. A child doesn't need to come out of every relationship. For all the people who fear marriage more than having a baby, I would love to know the thought process. The way I see it, you can be married and get divorced and never have to speak to your ex ever again. But once you have a baby, you are stuck with co parenting and dealing with that person for at least 18 years. That's much more of a commitment to me than marriage. Now, let's talk about the 5 reasons I believe that many women end up as single mothers. Number one is broken relationships. This is pretty common. You're in a relationship, things are going well, but as soon as a baby is born, the relationship breaks down and someone decides to walk away. Number two, having a baby to keep the man or to make the man choose you. A baby will not keep a man. The only thing that will keep a man is if that man wants to be kept by you. Having a baby will not make a man love you. In fact, the man could end up resenting you for introducing a responsibility into his life that he did not want and for creating a permanent tie between you and him. If a man is not committing to you, walk away. It's better to be heartbroken and single than a heartbroken, struggling single mom. Number three, child support. As much as we don't want to admit that this happens in everyday lives, we have women out there who want to get pregnant by well off men so she can claim his money through the form of child support. This is evident in many celebrity relationships, especially with athletes. There are some women who think that all they need to do is get pregnant for the right man and all their financial troubles will be over. Number four, the man wants a child. Now, many men genuinely want to become fathers and they have every intention of being with the mother and being in the child's life. But there are some men who want to have a child because they think it's just a normal part of life and that it's a woman's responsibility to be the caretaker for these children. Then, when the relationship doesn't work out, they leave the woman with the responsibility of caretaking. One, because they don't know how to do it because they never really helped out in the household in the first place. Or two, because they think it's a woman's place to care for children. Or three, because they never really had a bond with the child in the first place. And so naturally, they don't have the desire to have a strong presence in the child's life.
Who did not want kids initially, she got married to a man who does want kids, or so he claimed. But when the kid got here, guess what happened? I'm pretty sure you can guess what happened. All of a sudden, he can't handle being a father. He can't handle taking care of a child. How convenient. Some of these men will say they want a child just to say they want a child, just because it sounds good. But they really don't have a clue how hard it is to take care of a child because they think it's going to be your job to do it. If you don't want children and your man wants children, I do not care how compatible you guys are. I don't care how well y'all get along. I don't care how much y'all love each other. It ain't going to work. You cannot compromise on a child. You cannot compromise on a human being. You are going to end up resenting that child. And you also going to end up resenting that man because now you're stuck with both of them for at least 18 years.
And number five, the clock is ticking. Ladies, I understand this one. You're getting older, and the chances of having a healthy, complication free pregnancy dwindles after a certain age. But think about it for a second. Is the desire to have a child worth all the disadvantages to not only yourself, but to the child as well? Many of us think we have a support system that is stronger than it really is. We swear that we have this person and that person to help us when we need them. But in reality, the people that we think will be there for us are also trying to live their lives and they have their own responsibilities too. To all the young women out there, protect your wombs. If you're going to be having fun and enjoying your dating life, make the decisions to leave children out of the equation until you are in a healthy and stable marriage. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. See you in the next video.